Hello and welcome to the Talk FCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys, for another video. And today we are going to be discussing the magician Lionel Messi, but in a different sort of regard. Usually, of course, we love discussing Lionel Messi's magic on the pitch, the genius that he brings to every game that he plays. But that's the big question today. Does he need to play every game? Should he be playing every game, or should he be playing less? And this all comes, of course, after Lionel Messi will not play tonight against Spain in a friendly for Argentina. He will not be playing any part in that game, and that begs the question now, does Messi need to rest, and how important is that rest at this stage of the season? We're going to be discussing all the bases, looking at all the different stats and everything you need to know on this topic, and by the end of it we should have a conclusive answer. But like I say, guys, this all does come after it has now been confirmed Lionel Messi will not be playing against Spain in that friendly match tonight, with Argentina scheduled to face them in Madrid later on today. And that also comes, of course, after Lionel Messi missed Argentina's first friendly of the international break. That was a 2-0 win that Argentina managed over Italy just a few days ago now. And some Argentina fans are quite unhappy about it. They feel like Messi should be participating tonight. And there's always been a feeling with Argentina and Barcelona, there's been a bit of a crossover between the two sets of fans. There's always a feeling from Argentina's side that Messi saves himself for Barcelona, which I'll tell you now has never ever been the case. Messi is always given the same on both sides. He always gives his maximum amount of effort. The only difference is, for me, we have assembled a fantastic system, a fully functioning system around Lionel Messi, and Argentina haven't done that. Simple as that. They have failed to do that over many, many years. They have not given Messi the foundations to really excel and enhance his brilliance, and for that reason, Messi has always been better at Barcelona, but it's not for the want of trying. But in this video, guys, like I say, we are going to be discussing why we need to take the cautious approach right now with Lionel Messi, and why, for me, that particular approach, being cautious, especially with Lionel Messi, is the best for all parties right now. For Messi himself, for Barcelona, and believe it or not, better for Argentina as well, despite what some of their fans may be feeling right now. But first, let's take a quick look at the news and basically the vague explanation as to why Messi hasn't been involved in both of these friendlies as maybe we expected him to be at the start of the international break. According to several reliable media sources in both South America and also in Spain right now, Messi isn't featuring right now simply as a precaution. As far as we know, there isn't a serious injury problem. There's nothing specific with regard to Lionel Messi, although some sources say that he will be assessed when he returns to Barcelona. But it's more about the way that Messi is feeling right now. Argentina and Messi himself are clearly concerned right now with the current state of his body, and they've taken the decision for him not to play in these two friendly matches simply because of that overlying feeling of some fatigue, some overload in his muscles. They feel right now that he's better off not playing and simply doing that as a precaution. There's been talks, like I say, about that muscle overload, in which the best situation for him right now is to not play. As long as you have the right amount of rest, you withdraw yourself from the situation for 1 or 2 games, have good periods off where you can fully let your body recover, he'll be back bigger and better than ever, and with no serious problems whatsoever. And when you talk about a muscle overload, it is very, very easy to see why this has come about. And we're going to now look at some of the stats, some of the figures from right throughout the season so far, and you can see why Messi would be feeling slightly overworked, simply because of how hectic his season has been so far, right across all competitions. Firstly, we're going to take a look at the amount of matches that Lionel Messi has simply been involved in right throughout the season so far. In all competitions, Messi has made 43 appearances right throughout this season so far. 28 appearances in the league, 8 in the Champions League, 5 in the Copa del Rey, and 2 at the start of the season in the Spanish Super Cup. And that, of course, is on top of the friendlies that we went across to the United States in the summer. He went quite a long way for those friendlies, and all of that included as well. And of course, during the qualifying, he's had qualifying stages with Argentina to get to the World Cup. That was really hectic, the way they had to come back, and he really had to take them on his own, of course, to get Argentina Argentina to the World Cup alone, Messi has had a very hectic season so far, and those stats there mean that Lionel Messi has missed just one league game all season long, and he's appeared in every single Champions League match throughout our season so far. And when you look at comparison to the rest of our team, you can see that Messi is very much appearing nearly the most often out of any other player. Only Ivan Rakitic has played more games this season, and we all know that one of Rakitic's most prized assets really is his stamina, his hard work, his ability to be able to run every single minute and be fantastic in doing that, and Rakitic is the only player who's played more than Messi this season. And when you actually look further into those matches and you actually document the amount of minutes that have been played this season from Lionel Messi, you actually notice that he has played more minutes than any other player this season for Barcelona. He has featured for a whopping 3,663 minutes right throughout the season so far. Suarez, Rakitic and Sergio Busquets are the other top four most worked Barca players right throughout the season so far. And to be honest, looking at those stats there, seeing Messi appearing nearly every single game for long periods of time, more than anyone else, you can clearly see that we're heavily reliant on Messi, and that is no secret whatsoever. Despite we've seen him so far this season come off a few times, we've seen him a few times left on the bench rather surprisingly, we still very rarely, to be honest, see Messi fully left out or resting him like we see perhaps with Real Madrid do with Cristiano Ronaldo. Quite a few times this season, especially in away games, Ronaldo hasn't been seen at all from Zinedine Zidane's selection. We haven't really done that with Messi. Messi has been forced to play a lot of the games, admittedly, probably because he wants to, but he still has been out on the pitch an awful lot when you look at the rest of the team as well. And that is why, for me, when the opportunity presents itself to give Messi some rest, whether it be with Argentina, whether it be with Barcelona, we have to really take it and grab it with two hands, because these opportunities do not come around often. And for me, in order to Messi to be at his best for Barcelona in, say, May, when we've got massive Champions League games, and also, of course, for him to be at the best this summer in the World Cup for Argentina, he needs to take these opportunities to rest and really recuperate, get his body 100% ready, and then you will see the best Messi in his best version at the most crucial stages of the season. And unfortunately, Barcelona fans and Argentina fans, we've just got to accept that. And another thing for me, which I think a lot of us actually forget when it comes to Lionel Messi, you've got to bear in mind as well, this is a Lionel Messi right now who's 30 years old, and even saying that really does make me sad. You never want to be saying Messi's into his 30s, Messi can't play every minute, but it's kind of true right now. Messi is into his 30s now. His body, of course, is not exactly like it used to be. Of course, he's still trying to train at the maximum level. He still wants to play every minute, but just like any human being, he's not like he was when he was in his early 20s, and that's, of course, assuming that Lionel Messi is a human being. That's yet to be confirmed by any reliable source. But honestly, guys, he is 30 now. We still have to take that into consideration. And even though on the pitch, he still has that flair that he had when he was in his early 20s, he is 30, and we have to take that into consideration. And really, we have to now say, is he going to play against Sevilla on Saturday? That's a big question, of course, that a lot of people are asking now. It's a tough game. Away at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan is never going to be an easy game. But you look at our gap at the top of the league, 11 points, 9 games left to play. It could certainly be argued that we're in a good position here to rest Messi. Even worse comes to worse, if we drop points, we'd still be in a very strong position in the league. So you could understand potentially not playing Messi in that game. But even talking about resting Lionel Messi, leaving him at home, completely leaving him out of the squad, or even as much as leaving him on the bench, it's tough. It really is tough to discuss. Make no mistake about that. I am not saying this is an easy decision, because I know every single one of us, not only Barcelona fans or Argentina fans, but anybody really who's interested in football, they want to see Messi on the pitch. It's as simple as that, because he's the kind of player that you never ever want to miss a single second of him on the pitch, because you want to see him playing. You want to see him out there contributing, because you don't want to miss this. The Messi in the prime of his career, you want him to be out there helping the team. But it's really difficult for us to accept that. But we have to, because you have to think about the bigger picture. Messi, of course, wants another Champions League triumph. He would love to celebrate another treble with Barcelona. He absolutely wants that. Of course he does. But more than anything else, we all know about Lionel Lionel Messi's dreams for the World Cup. He wants to win that. It's something that he's always wanted to do. It's something that everybody seems to question and wants him to do as well, to really claim himself as the best ever. And I think a lot of us share that dream with Messi. We want him in Russia to somehow go about that and win the World Cup for Argentina. And to be honest, if that means at the end of the season we don't end the league unbeaten perhaps, but we still win the league, we just don't do it unbeaten. Maybe Messi won't win the Pichichi or the Golden Boot because he's resting in between games, he's not playing maybe as much as he would have done, then so be it. Because for me, a fully fit Messi, somebody who's at the top of his game physically, in his body and mentally as well, he feels fully ready going into those crucial games. That kind of Messi, in that kind of form, he can achieve absolutely anything in the world. And that is the Lionel Messi that we want to be seeing in the Champions League semi-finals, in the Champions League finals, if we get there. And also we want to be seeing that kind of version in the World Cup finals, where he could take home the trophy. Something he has always wanted. He puts his heart and soul into that, and he wants to give that back to the people of Argentina, who also have to understand everything that's happening right now is with that in mind. Messi wants this World Cup, make no mistake about that, but you have to put things in place before that time to get the very best version of Messi. So I think as the season goes on, we might be seeing less of Lionel Messi when we really don't need to. When we perhaps win the league early, that would be fantastic. Then, you know, you could really rest Messi then, and only playing perhaps in the really crucial games, or bring him on, or give him some rest when he needs to. We are still going to be seeing Messi though, make no mistake about that. We're not going to completely drop him altogether, because he still needs that continuity, he still needs confidence building up to these games, but we just might not be seeing him for as long a periods as we have done right throughout the season, as we saw with those stats earlier on. So let me know your thoughts, guys, because I know this is a very touchy subject. Like I say, none of us want to see Lionel Messi out of the team. We always want to see him on that pitch, but it's about the bigger picture. It's about the Champions League. It's about that World Cup dream that Messi has, and I think we all want him to achieve that. Even if your own country is in the World Cup, there was nothing I think that would please us all more than seeing Messi get his hands on that golden trophy come this summer. So leave your thoughts down below, guys. Thank you as always for joining me, and thank you as always for getting involved in the comments, guys. You really do have some fantastic opinions, and it really is great to see you all engaging and connecting as that Barcelona community, something that we're very, very proud of here. So thank you, guys. I will see you soon as we start to look ahead now to that club football again. Barca against Sevilla on Saturday. I'll be having build-up to that coming up very, very soon on the channel. But until then, as always, Vesca El Barça. Barça!